So I'm going to be doing a video. This is my new channel. My other one was on, it was YouTube and then my name. And it's the way that I'm growing the company is that I don't want it to be my name. I want it to be my, it's funny because as I'm saying that, I'm thinking of how I'm going to market this on Instagram, which is terrible. You shouldn't be doing that. But essentially, this is my phone that gives you a live picture. It's unbelievable. I could zoom in. I could do everything. The technology on video is absolutely incredible. So today I'm going to be talking about picking a buyer's real estate agent. Buyer's real estate agent, you know, I like representing the owner more than I like taking out and representing buyers based on the amount of time and control that I have. When putting together, and this is one of the biggest things that buyers are just like, I don't even want to put together the appointments. I don't even want to schedule it in. I'll look at the listings. I'll go on Street Easy. I'll look at all the listings and everything, but I just don't want to spend the time to line up 5 or 6 appointments or 10 appointments, or I have to go here, then there, then this, and then what was the first one again? Oh, okay, that was good. And you know, to be honest, representing or being on the buy side is very, very time consuming, and it's always at the whim of the sales agent or the seller's agent, the listing agent, I should say, because the selling agent is the buyer's agent, ironically enough, in the real estate terms. Very unprofessional. But the coffee is pretty much melted now. It was iced coffee. By the way, I'm going to be doing a video every weekday for a year. And this is day 1. It is September 17th, I think. Yes, September 17th. Wow, 8:46. Time flies when you're doing videos. All right, so how do you choose the right buyer's agent? One is, it's very time consuming. So you have to have someone that is willing to do it. And essentially, what does that mean? Like, find out from them how many buyers they're actually representing. Okay, so a lot of people say, well, what's their experience? You know, it comes down to experience, but to be honest, I had no experience in the beginning, and I got some awesome prices for my buyers. One of them, which we're in contract for, it was 4 years. Again, well, granted, it was 2010, so no one was buying, and you couldn't even get lending. So we're selling at a profit of 200, literally almost 80% profit. It's pretty ridiculous, 80%. No, 70 to 75% profit, which is unreal, I know. It was all me. Now I'm joking. It was the buyer for having the faith in me and obviously the faith in the market that it was going to eventually go up. And by the way, when I look down, I'm looking at my phone to make sure that it's still focused. So don't be like, oh, he's not looking at the video. Anyway, I do that voice a lot, so get used to it. So ask a lot of questions. You need a buyer's agent because it's very emotional. To be honest, when I represent an owner, you don't really talk with them that much. You do, but they're like, how's the update? Do we have any showings? And then, hey, can we show it here? Can you be out of the home? We're going to be doing open house. It's very one-off. With a buyer, you are getting involved in their business. You know who they are, what they're doing, because you're spending, multiple appointments together. I can't even talk right now, which is like 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours. So you really need to get along with them first off. That is the most important thing is, if you get along with them, you're 50% there, to be honest, because if you don't get along with them, then you're not going to like them. And if you don't like them, then you're not going to trust them. And if you don't trust them, why are you buying a home with them? It's very straightforward, but it's really not. So you have to like them. You have to get along with them. Your personalities have to jive. I jive way more with fun and bubbly and emotional clients. Logical ones are like, hello, this is I can't get along with them. I can get along with them. It's just I prefer buyers that are, this is what I like. Though it costs a little bit more than my budget, I know I'm going to be happy here. Those are the buyers I like. Not because they're paying more than what they want. It's because they're justifying their purchase emotionally, which everyone does. You cannot justify a purchase logically. You can't be like, well, it has a doorman and it has a roof and it has a... No, you have to be like, I love the location. I'm going to walk right out of work, right out of my apartment into work, and then right out of my apartment into the gym, and this is where I'm going to go out, and this is convenient to my parents or my job or my school where my kids go or my significant other. Doesn't matter. You have to justify it emotionally because you do not buy logically. So obviously I got a little bit of a tangent there, but that's essentially it. You got to go in, you got to like the person, and then ask questions. Well, how are you different? If they can't justify why they're different, then don't work with them. Because if they can't justify why they are different than other people, then how the heck are they going to be able to negotiate on your behalf? That's wild to me when they come to me and high-end buyer, like I just had a property, it was $12,000 a month for rent. Beautiful 3-bedroom on the Upper West Side. And I was shocked at the people that these high-end clients were working with. And it's nothing on the real estate agent. I don't know if they were new, they had... Whatever the case is, I don't want to say anything bad, but where did you find them? Was it a referral? I always say, look online. Go online, go to Facebook. Hey, what's up? How's it going? I'm looking to buy, I'm looking to rent, I'm looking to sell, whatever the case is, get a referral, jive with them, then start asking the questions. Hey, listen, what's going to make you different? How are you different than the other realtors that I've interviewed? Even if you haven't, just say that. So questions are the most important thing. I'm looking down again to make sure that we're still focused. Questions are the most important thing. Go out. Do not be in your house. Go out so you're both in an uncomfortable environment. Uncomfortable could be a bar, could be a coffee shop, it could be walking in Central Park or in the street or whatever. That's when you really get to know someone. Are they courteous to other people? Do they move out of the way? Do they open the doors? Do they pay for the check? Who are they? Who are they outside of just the interview? Because everyone is comfortable in your home because every real estate agent has pitched in a home. They're used to the tour of the house and then go pitch them and blah, blah, blah. So I recommend going online, finding out the recommendations. 2, you have to jive with them. Then after that, find out what they're going to bring to the table. Once you do that, I think you're golden. It's a big time commitment. I know they're street easy, and I really see that wiping out most of the real estate agents because most of the real estate agents bring information. You have to bring more than information, real estate agents. You have to bring reading books. I'm looking around at all these books. This one, which is called Dare to Win. Let's see if we could focus it in on that. Yep, we're focused in. Dare to Win, which is by Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen. There's another one over there about negotiating. This one's about selling. 3 books over there, Power Principles, Getting Out of Your Comfort Zone. There's books over here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books over here. And I'm not just bragging about books. I'm just saying information can be Googled. That's why I wouldn't even go into education, but when you go into a transaction, negotiating is massive. Getting along with the real estate agent is massive. Being personable, getting as much information, asking the right questions. I'm talking about the real estate agents. So when a buyer comes to you, and buyers, this is what you do, is you ask them the right questions. And immediately, just go with your gut. Don't go with anything else. Go with your gut. Don't be like, well, they dress well and they're from a big firm and they've been in the real estate industry for 15 years. Okay, I do dress well. I'm not at a big firm. I'm at my own firm, which I started, and I've been in for about 6 years, yet I usually crush in negotiating, and usually I always crush in negotiating. And and I'm not saying crush like it's a win. Yeah, it's a win for my client, but it's also a mutual, everyone feels like they won. The seller feels like they sold at a good price. The buyer feels like they bought it. Because if one feels different than the other, a purchase is not going to happen. So you have to make them feel like they both won, and that's what I do. And understanding that. So in other words, I don't meet the top 10 criteria. And by the way, the top 10 criteria or the top 10 agents in New York City, probably you'll not be working with. You'll be working with a team member. You probably won't even work with the actual agent or even talk to them on the phone. But that's another case. I don't want to disclose too much about the real estate industry in New York City. Now, it's obvious. You know, you're not going to be working so much with the top person, the top dog, the team leader, except in my case. And that's how it is right now. So anyway, this is video 1. In conclusion, it's been how many minutes now? It's been 11 minutes. Hopefully you're still listening. But number 1, go on Facebook, go on Twitter, whatever your social media is, take a selfie and put it on Instagram and say, listen, I'm looking to buy, I'm looking to sell, I'm looking to rent. Who do you recommend? From the recommendations, you say, hey, how's it going? Mr. Real Estate Agent Charles, let's go out for coffee. Put them in an uncomfortable environment. Put them in an uncomfortable environment, and I'm just making sure that we're focused. I'm not looking down at all at my phone. And put them in an uncomfortable situation. Get to know them first. Don't even ask any real estate agent questions or real estate agent questions. Don't even ask any real estate questions. Just be like, who is your favorite sports team? The New York Jets. For me, this is actually signed by Joe Namath. Actually, oh no. It's getting a little worn down. Get to know them. Where do they live? What do they like? Where did they grow up? What school did they go to? York College for me. What high school did they go to? Chaminade on Long Island. What sports do they play? Hockey. I got my hockey stick right here. So this is, this is how you get to know them. And I got a ball. This is obviously all when negotiating. When it gets stressful times, just checking the phone to make sure that we're still focused. I know I said that like 4 times already. So you get to know them, and then the last thing you ask is the experience, other questions like that. By that time, they've been recommended. You jive with them, and then you logically deduce that you jive with them. Oh, they've been in real estate for over 5 years. They've done X number of deals in the area, whatever the case is. Obviously my mind just went blank, but most of the time I get, actually 99.9% of the time I get immediately along with the client because it's a recommendation from a client that I like. And actually they like me. So they like me and their friends are like them, so why not do business with people that are similar to them? Does that make any sense? I don't know. Even if it doesn't, give me an email. It's charles@botensten.com. Follow me on my favorite social media. It is Instagram. I'll bring it up right now. I love Instagram. This is my work cellular phone. You can't really see anything on there, but it's at... it's not going to zoom in, whatever. Anyway, it's I'll just put the link in the description. So go to the description. It's BPI NYC. BPI is Botensten Properties International. Follow me on there. I'm on Facebook. I upload my property tours there. YouTube is the biggest thing, so subscribe to this channel. I'm going to do a video every single weekday for a year. This is day 1, September 17th. They're only going to get better and only going to get more juicy. So subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. And obviously, this is how I have to sign off on my phone. I just press a button.